God betrayed me. I grew up believing that by following the rules, that I would be okay, that I would be protected. I don't understand why he didn't protect me. I had just turned 17, and as I screamed, he firmly gripped my neck, and he said, "Stop." Everything in my world stopped. I felt so alone. Shame, confusion, anger, betrayal. I lost trust. I lost faith. I didn't know where my life would end up. Would I end up on the streets or worse? Have you ever been in a situation where you felt God betrayed you? That you felt that life wasn't fair? What do you do in those times? In my early 20s, I still struggled with feeling value in my life. I couldn't even accept a compliment. I always discounted it. I remember being at an event where there was a woman speaker speaking to a mostly female audience. She had us stand up, face one another, and each of us were to take turns giving a compliment, a genuine compliment to one another. And as a receiver, we're simply to receive and say thank you. And as simple as that exercise sounds, I had the hardest time being able to complete that. But I did. Later, I gravitated towards programs and workshops on personal growth development. And over time, I was able to have more confidence in myself, value in myself. And I began to find worth within myself. And I was able to come to a point where my life did matter. Oh, shaking. In that process of healing, I was able to gain more confidence in myself. And I was able to begin practicing forgiveness. I was able to forgive God, who I thought had abandoned me. I was able to forgive even the man who stripped away my innocence, the man who raped me. Forgiveness is not about condoning the wrong acts of another. Forgiveness is not pardoning one's behavior. Forgiveness is not saying that it was right or that it's justified in any way. Forgiveness is not just about forgive and forget and everything is fine, because it's not. It is not. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. It's about bringing in grace and love on a spiritual level. Forgiveness is about letting healing come in. And when you're able to do that, oh man, you're able to begin to be free of it. You'll be able to claim a huge piece of yourself that's lost, to where you can truly, truly heal. Forgiveness is for your own benefit, not for the benefit of somebody else. Through forgiveness, you can find true healing and to become whole. Now, as I was able to go through this process, and it did take time, actually quite a bit of time to be able to do that. And through forgiveness, I was able to bring more gratitude into my life. Now, gratitude is about being able to truly appreciate the blessings that we have in our life. That's not to say that I have gratitude for the event that happened, but in spite of it, to be able to rise above it and still live out my life. Gratitude is truly appreciating the blessings, whether they be people or the opportunities that we have, the things that we have in our life. So today I'm actually able to accept a compliment. But beyond that, I have trust and faith in humanity. Now, I can truly say that I am grateful for my life. It doesn't mean that my life is perfect and that I don't have my ups and downs, because I do. But I have more resiliency during those times. And I can still practice gratitude during those low times. When we practice gratitude, we tap into something larger than ourselves and experience the oneness and wonder, and can have more understanding and compassion towards others. Did you know there's actually scientific studies on gratitude? That when we experience gratitude, it can change even how our brain responds, and it actually shows up on brain scans. Being more grateful can help us reduce anxiety, improve our sleep, calm our sympathetic nervous system, and so much more. Both forgiveness and gratitude are key factors, hidden pathways to increasing one's emotional intelligence, or emotional quotient, or EQ. What does that mean? EQ is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions and the emotions of others. It helps us to respond more effectively and appropriately to challenging situations. Now, with violent events, such as the rape, it is important to react for survival. But most situations that we face on a daily basis is not survival basis. And so when we're reacting out of nonviolent situations, we're typically operating from a low EQ stance versus choosing to respond with high EQ. When we respond with high EQ, we tend to be more self-aware, empathetic, and are able to communicate more effectively with those with a high EQ, can better understand how others feel, motivations, and perspectives. And that helps build that know, like, and trust factor for people to better relate to us, and we're able to better relate to them. And it helps us enrich those relationships. Forgiveness and gratitude are the superpowers that we hold within that can increase our emotional intelligence. With great power comes great responsibility. Responsibility and opportunity to impact the world in a more positive light. Because when we know better, we can do better and set an example for and to encourage others to bring more positivity into our world. Did you know that the Harvard Business Review considers emotional intelligence to be twice as important as IQ? Now, when I was growing up, having high IQ was touted as highly important, but it's actually emotional intelligence that is far more important. Also, a panel of the Forbes Business Council shared that EQ in the workplace is the foundation for success. Let me repeat that. Emotional intelligence is the foundation for success because it not only helps us control our emotions, but our ability to think more clearly, to act decisively, and work more efficiently. When we master emotional intelligence, we deepen our connection with others in both our personal and professional lives. When we enrich our relationships, we enrich all aspects of our lives. And those two superpower tools to boost our intelligence, our emotional intelligence, is forgiveness and gratitude. And so with that, I invite you to bring more gratitude into your life. And I would like to introduce you to what I call micro delights. Now, micro delights are experience when we pay attention and are present to the little things in life. They're the things that lift our hearts. Everyday normal things that we would normally take for granted and just let pass us by. It's being very present in the moment and being able to honor these things, such as simply being able to take in a full breath and have it fully incorporate our body. Now, normally we don't pay attention to these things. It's an autonomic process of the body that just happens. We don't normally think, okay, I need to breathe, and what are all the things in our body to make that happen? No, it's just something that happens. But when our breathing is compromised, such as when we're sick, oh man, do we appreciate that being able to take that nice full breath to where it fully oxygenates our body and our cells, and how beautiful that is. And when we can be very present to it, that is a micro delight. Or being able to open up the window and hearing the birds welcoming the day with a beautiful song, micro delight. When the break of a rainstorm and the clouds part and the sun rays shine through, and you see the rainbow in the distance, micro delight. Or getting your coffee or tea ready in the morning and having the aroma just fill your senses, micro delight. That saying, stop and smell the roses, it encourages us to slow down, be very present in the moment, and appreciate the little things in life. When we can become conscientious of and focus on the little things, our life becomes more rich. By acknowledging and cherishing not just the great grand things in life, the big moments, because that's easy to do, but it's the little moments, the little things that can add up and become a way of life, where we not only deepen our sense of appreciation, but also increase our resiliency against life's unexpected challenges. And whether things are going well in our life or when we're experiencing the depths of lows, there is always something to be grateful for, even in the mundane, that we can give gratitude for. And as we do that, we begin to expand to a greater level of gratitude, expanding our ability to cope with the curveballs that life throws at us, which generally are not in our control, but we can control how we respond. And so, I invite you, regardless of where you are in your life, to get very present and think of one micro delight that you can experience today. One micro delight that can expand into another. And if you'd like to take it one step further, share one micro delight with someone in your life. So join me in expanding our life with micro delights, expanding our ability to expand gratitude, and expanding our impact in the world around us. Thank you.